We begin in Syria, where the hopes of reviving a ceasefire is crumbling even further. Syria's army announces a major offensive in Aleppo. Warplanes have launched the heaviest airstrikes in months against rebel-held areas of the city. All this as President Bashar al-Assad blames the United States for the collapse of the truce. CCTV's Ali Ibrahim reports from Damascus.
Less than 3 days after the ceasefire fell apart in Syria, the pace of the fighting around Aleppo is as fierce as ever. Shortly before dawn on Thursday, Syrian army's fighter jets and artillery took turns in pounding rebel-held parts of the city. A London-based monitoring group said these airstrikes were the worst in months, leaving behind at least 13 dead. But to the south in Damascus, some welcome the news that the United Nations will be resuming aid deliveries in the country. By midday on Thursday, 23 trucks made it into a rebel-held suburb of the capital known as al-Mu'addamiyah. Also in Homs city in central Syria, the government made another gain when 120 militants left the last rebel-controlled district of the city along with their families. The recent gains made by the Syrian army and the Syrian government have certainly helped boost the confidence of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. On display during an interview with the Associated Press, Assad accused the United States of deliberately striking Syrian army positions in Deir ez-Zor province, killing 63 soldiers. The United States refuses the accusation, saying the airstrike was accidental and it was aimed against ISIL positions. Syria's president also said that he does not expect to see the United States working in a military partnership with Russia against terror groups.
The United States doesn't have the will to work against al-Nusra or even ISIS, because they believe that this is a card they can use for their own agenda. And if they attack al-Nusra or ISIS, they will lose very important card regarding the situation in Syria. So I don't believe the United States will be ready to join Russia in fighting terrorists in Syria.
Assad also refused accusations by the United States that Russian or Syrian forces were behind the attack on the aid convoy near Aleppo on Monday, blaming instead terrorists acting on the ground. Ali Ibrahim, CCTV, Damascus.